I just want y'all to think about it this way. The pattern that's going on here, to where when you become a person that's all the way up here, you know what I'm saying? Once you get all the way up here, there's gonna be people down here that's just gonna try to take you down and shit like that. Like, you get so successful, you just start getting attacked. Cause this nigga Mr. Beast is on Drake level, like right now. Yes, he's on Drake level, to where like you've been successful so long and you're so high that you're bound to come down to something. Like, something's bound to happen, and they on his ass. I ain't gonna lie, they on his bottom. You know what I'm saying? Bikini bottom. They on his bikini bottom. Like,
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Like, what possibly could he have done? Like, okay, a lot has been happening since I've been gone. Why do I look like that? Hold on. A lot been happening since I've been gone. Like Mike Tyson, Chris Tyson, I don't know, with the whole text, and then Chris, the cameraman Chris, and then them confusing cameraman Chris with Chris next door, and then associating Mr. Beast with what Chris Tyson got going on and stuff like that, and him faking this video. You already know it was fake, my nigga. You see the virtual effects and shit like that. Like, you didn't notice. You really thought that they was jumping across pit of death and shit like that. Like, no, nigga, like, what? You thought that there was really Spice closing in on them and shit like that? No, nigga, like, what? Like, bro, come on, bro. But at the same time, it's like, you really think that out of 100 people, the top 50, one of them is gonna be somebody who works for Mr. Beast and shit like that? Come on, bro. Like, you didn't realize that was gonna be kind of like fixed and shit like that. Like, once you get to a certain point, you're gonna start faking shit. A lot of this YouTube shit is fake. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I used to think that it was for real until editing for YouTubers and shit like that. So when you see all the public pranks and all that shit, is fake. The gold digger pranks is fake. The couple pranks, obviously you know now. And if you don't know now, then you're just in denial, or you're just like under the age of 10. It's fake. I can't even say under the age of 10, because I be looking at the comments when I used to edit for them, and it be grown women. Y'all love this shit. My coworker, she love this shit. She be watching what's Easy? She be watching her just laughing all day. Love this shit. Yeah, bro, half of this shit is fake. YouTube is entertainment, bro. Like, just let the nigga get his money on. Let him get his money. That was really 3 minutes of me just yapping. That's crazy.
Well, guys, I'm a liar. In my last video talking about this whole Mr. Beast fiasco, I promised that that video would be the last time I talked about all of this Mr. Beast nonsense that's been going on. And I meant that until yesterday happened. Yesterday on Twitter, a bomb was dropped in the form of a tweet by a former Mr. Beast employee that makes every single thing we've talked about thus far infinitely worse. Now, if you're not caught up on this whole Mr. Beast situation, at this point there's honestly just too much to go through for a simple recap. I normally try and provide context for these videos, but seriously, there's like 6 or 7 weeks, maybe even more, of constant controversy to go through. So if you want to get caught up, I will,
like I said, I really missed a lot. Like,
shamelessly
Mr. Beast shit is like one thing after another, bro.
Plug my first
Niggas really mad at a nigga in a bag, bro.
Video that I made on this
bars. I'm about to keep that for a song.
Entire situation, because from this point forward, I'm going to be working under the assumption that you sort of know what's going on, and you're at least somewhat familiar with the
who's this nigga?
Very long list of allegations that Mr. Beast and his team are facing. Because the situation,
and it really be like the biggest YouTubers that like their friends be looking like this. No offense, you know what I'm saying? If you look like that, I'm not coming at you for real. I'm just saying they got that look.
We're gonna
like the white side, they got that look.
About today,
don't worry, I said dark, the dark side, the black side of YouTube got that look too. You know what I'm saying? They got that look. It's almost like, you know, the picture with like the people who you think are rich, and then the people who are actually rich, and it'll show like a white dude with like the basic fit on, and then they'll show like probably like a minority with like flashy shit on. That's basically what YouTube is. The white side, sure, it might be like the little hype beast shit, but it be niggas with like regular looking niggas, and then you got the black side of YouTube that they look like rappers and shit. Like, they got that look. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't cancel me for that. I'm black. I dress like that too.
Well, it still sounds pretty damn bad on its own.
But he looked like a GTA extra.
Is so much worse.
Look like he hang with Trevor and shit.
When you have the full story, that I almost couldn't believe this when I first heard it. But before we get to this tweet, we have to talk about why this
is this Moist Critical or something? Who is this? Oh no, it's not the penguin. It's the duck. Okay.
Tweet was made in the first place. A lot of you guys will probably remember the YouTuber Dogpack404. He's one of the guys who blew the roof off this whole Mr.
I did see that video. You're right.
Situation.
A little oppy. I ain't gonna lie. A little sloppy.
In the first place, with a video that he made accusing MrBeast of exploiting his audience, faking videos, running illegal lotteries, and a whole lot of other not so good things. And 2 days ago, he came back with another video.
Y'all see that video? I know this is off topic, but it's not, because it's MrBeast, and MrBeast equals Chris Tyson, and Chris Tyson equals minor. Speaking of minors, no disrespect to the GOAT. They try to get Drake again. Hopped on a stream with some streamer that be doing weird shit, I guess. So they're associating what she does to what he did, and all he did was hop on stream for like a few seconds or just like a little bit. Now they're trying to get him out of here again after he just dropped his shit. After he just dropped 100 gigabytes. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Leave the GOAT alone, bro. He's trying to bounce back, and he did bounce back. Now they're trying to. So not only are they doing that, now they're making fun of him for dropping music. Like, you can't win, nigga. Like, what? He doing his job. If somebody paid me $400 million to drop some music, I'm dropping that shit every day, nigga. What are you talking about? Like, what? Let somebody tell me, hey, I'm gonna give you $400 million. All you got to do is give me a few albums. Put that in YouTube terms. I'm giving you $400 million to make content, nigga. I'm dropping every day. You can say what you want.
Video
like
titled,
what?
I worked for MrBeast. He's a sociopath. Now, in this video, he interviews a former MrBeast employee named Jake Weddle, who has quite...
Now, the allegations in that video is very understandable. Okay, cool. He's faking his videos by not really paying out or fixing contests and stuff like that. Okay, cool. That's understandable. You know what I'm saying? But other videos complaining, oh, the videos are fake, bro. The content is fake, bro. Okay, even the best fake their videos. I'm not condoning that at all. I don't do fake content, and I won't do fake content. Pretty Boy Fredo, he fakes his shit. Niggas love him, regardless of it. To this day, they love him. Until he started not paying his editors and stuff like that, I don't fuck with that, because I used to be an editor and shit like that. So, nigga, you got to pay what you owe, nigga. I'm gonna leave with something. But
quite
yeah.
a lot to say about how things are done on the MrBeast YouTube channel. Now, we're only going to be looking at a very small portion of this video, just a few minutes.
It's been 8 minutes, but 2 minutes for the video, only for the fact that I'm still seeing this nigga and he has not said shit yet.
I would recommend that you
Who
give
is
this
this nigga?
full video a watch, because it's pretty eye-opening and it confirms a lot of things that a lot of people have been thinking for quite some time. One of the most important things they talk about, I think, is that Jake was supposed to be a part of a video where he attempted to spend 100 days
Okay, so I'm assuming that this is Jake.
in solitary confinement, and it went terribly. He was basically tortured, and it was just an awful situation that MrBeast went on to recreate multiple times. Throughout this year, I've made a couple videos talking about
It sound like you signed up for that, my friend. You heard the money that you was gonna be getting for that video, and you were like, yeah, hey, fuck it. Why not?
those kinds of videos where he's putting people in solitary confinement, and I talked about how weird and immoral I thought those were, and nobody took me seriously. Oh,
No matter how weird you think it is, there's a group of people who thought, hey, I'll do it. It comes with a bag, right? He's one of those people, is he not?
okay, that's kind of an exaggeration, but the fact that he's been able to make so many videos like that since, with very little pushback, is kind of insane. But that's just one
So he's not getting pushback for putting people in solitary confinement. Locked up. Prison videos. But Kai Cenat, once he do that, then it's all a problem on Twitter. Everybody talking shit. Oh, you shouldn't really be promoting that. Oh, you're making jail look fun and shit like that. MrBeast is doing it. Oh, because the views is coming in. And he got... That is cool, right?
aspect of what Jake talks about. Like I said, I would really recommend giving the video a watch. These first-hand accounts of people who are interacting with MrBeast on the daily are pretty intense, which I think you'll get an idea of from the bit we're watching today. We're going to be taking a look at the last, 5 minutes of the interview, where Dogpack404 questions Jake Weddle about if he ever heard of sexual misconduct within the company outside of Ava Chris Tyson. And his answer to that is what we're going to watch now. Now, I'm going to let the clip play out in full because I feel like talking about this clip without showing you guys the tweet that followed it would kind of be pointless, because the tweet we're going to be looking at makes this clip go from somebody saying something that looks really bad but who knows what's the actual story behind it, to this clip being something that might genuinely have the potential to ruin the MrBeast channel, which is something that previously
This man's crying. Oh, it's really that deep.
they really didn't think was possible. The clip is about 2 minutes long, and here it is.
Outside of it, Chris Tyson, did you notice any?
You see what I mean? They all have that look. This is the nigga from the video, right? I see the police outfit on. They all got that look like.
Hear about sexual misconduct of the company? I've heard rumors. I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff that if it could be investigated, that'd be great. It was like water cooler talk, but I've heard things. Yes, of course. I heard, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people.
You see, and this is why niggas be getting caught up in Ricos. Because you associate with niggas, you be hearing shit, but you don't be doing shit. Now you just guilty by association. So you're just as bad as, like, am I wrong? Like, you just as bad?
The idea that
you're hearing stuff,
Jimmy
you don't come out until somebody do you dirty.
Or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. He's very careful about his image. You have the tangible.
I mean, you're the biggest YouTuber in the world.
Proof that he knew.
Not saying that that's okay. I'm not.
But covered it up. How do you prove that, Well, there was a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender on the registry and everything who worked there. And like you can, someone pees in public, you're on the registry, you get it. You can still have a job after you're on the, that's one thing. You go to prison, you get rehabilitated, that's one thing. If you do your time, that's fine. I think there should be rehabilitation in this country. But that guy, from what I hear, I can't confirm or deny, from what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff to some underage people. And they knew that. He's working at a channel that has...
I know y'all saw that age. That's a no. Well, anything under 17 is a no-no. I'm 26. I'm 27. So that means anything under 22 is a no-go. For sure. 22 is pushing it. 11 years old, bro. What are you going to do with an 11-year-old, bro? Like, people be saying, what do you talk about? What am I supposed to talk about with a 22-year-old? What are you going to talk about with an 11-year-old? Coco Melon, nigga? What you eat for lunch today at school? How was recess? Like, no, nigga, like, what?
Underage
That's
people
weird.
around and it's targeted to underage people.
It's weird, bro.
And they covered up the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started. And that he knew, because he'll be in videos, he'll be in thumbnails.
That shit just threw me off, bro. Somebody that's working with Mr. Beast was messing with. It said 1 to 11. I can't. I'm sorry. That shit really threw me off. And is this dude?
Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what
he looked like he up to some shit.
And then
like
what? Looked on a thing? How much more can you?
You got a beard and a mask on. Anybody working
with a physical mask? Like, do I have to?
Ain't nothing wrong with my bearded fellas, but if you wearing a beard and you got a mask on, is
it more on the nose? Or?
Like,
I don't know why they let him go, because there's rumors back and forth. So I don't know why they let him go, but he did leave at one point.
Okay, so this is what caused me to break my promise on not making any more Mr. Beast videos, because holy fucking shit, this is insane. From just this clip alone, this looks absolutely terrible. You've got an RSO working at a YouTube channel that not only targets children as their audience, but also includes children in a lot of their videos. An RSO who is
that is crazy.
On the registry, not for some sort of victimless crime like this guy mentioned, like peeing in public or something, but for something that involved an individual between the ages of 1 and 11. Couple that with the fact that he's wearing a mask in the video they were showing when nobody else is, there's really only so many reasonable conclusions you can come to. Now, once this video went...
Because his ass is on a list. Like, that's just crazy, Beast. Come on, Jimmy.
Live, it did not take...
I'm sure you knew that. That's why you made that nigga wear a mask. Hey, throw this mask on. Grow your beard out a little bit. So, you know what I'm saying? Get the profile low.
A very long time to find out this guy's real name and confirm that he is in fact...
Also put you in the straight jacket just in case. You got some kids coming around. We can't have you doing nothing crazy. So we're going to do a challenge today that involves straight jacket, so you're going to be Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Just low profile type shit.
On the registry for a crime with a victim aged 1 to 11. Screenshots of his registry info
I can't
are
take this
all
dude
over
serious
Twitter.
with
I'm not
that
going to show that because
police
YouTube will
outfit
probably not like that. But pretty much everything that this guy said has been confirmed to be true. Not only by random people on Twitter, but...
What are you, the feds? I guess that's the joke, right?
Also by a tweet made by the RSO's brother-in-law, Jake the Viking, another former Mr. Beast employee. Here's what it reads. Here's the truth. Yes, Delaware is my brother-in-law. I didn't include this in the clip, but the nickname of the RSO is Delaware. Yes, he is an RSO. When he was 21, a 16-year-old girl accused him and others of sexual assault when she was 11. Delaware.
He was 21. Let's read this because the dude is losing me. You really sound like Moist Critical. When he was 21, a 16-year-old girl accused him of, and others of SA when she was 11. Delaware. So if she was 11 when it took place, that was 5 years back, which means he was 16. That's still weird though. So I'm over here having a stroke. So 16-year-old mess with an 11-year-old, that's weird. That's weird. I mean, sexually assaulting is a no-go to begin with in any situation, regardless of age. But still, it's just, what are you doing, bro? And you waited 5 years. Y'all can have all the excuses y'all want. I'm not waiting 5 years for somebody. I mean, to tell somebody that somebody did something to me. Because time is very important, especially with situations like that. But you're a kid, though. So it's like, who are you going to tell? And then,
or took a plea deal. That's why there was no jail time. But
I understand that part.
Had to register. His nickname isn't Delaware because he can't go back to Delaware. He's from Delaware. This is another part of the clip that I did not include, but Jake Weddle said he heard rumors that the guy's nickname was Delaware.
How did that work? I'm no criminal justice major, you know what I'm saying? If you take a plea deal to plead guilty, but you don't go to jail, but you still have to register, is that the punishment?
Because he wasn't allowed to.
Am I slow?
Go back to Delaware. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He's been back several times. He was hired before I was, and was actually the reason I got hired at mrbeast. Before being hired, Delaware sat down with Jimmy and Sue, Jimmy's mom, and explained to them everything. So yes, Jimmy knew. But again, this incident happened in 2010. Delaware was hired in 2017/2018. Delaware was also let go from the company before I was. Delaware was supposed to be a behind-the-scenes manager, but in a couple videos, he was asked to partake because we needed people. He was reluctant, especially in the straitjacket because of his charges, and that's why he wore the mask. Delaware's charges.
I was spot on. Was I not? I was spot on. Hey, listen, you got some things on you. Can't have that in the video. Throw this mask on. Grow your beard out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gonna make up a challenge. Matter of fact, I got an idea. We all gonna use straight jackets. We're gonna have some kids around here, so you can't be doing nothing crazy. So we're gonna put your ass in a straight jacket, my boy. I'm sorry, but we do need bodies. So we're gonna have you in the video though. But you're just gonna be in a straight jacket. That's cool with you. But you want the clout. So it's gonna be cool with you. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. I was spot on. I was just talking shit. Like,
are set to be dropped this fall. Delaware has been nothing but a good person, an amazing husband to my sister, and the best father to my two nieces that I could ever ask for. They want no part in this and want to just live their lives away from the limelight. I understand why anyone would be upset and frustrated over these allegations, and I do not blame them. Hurting kids in any way is completely unacceptable. But in the case of Delaware, I firmly believe he did nothing wrong and look forward to the day these charges are dropped. Thank you. Okay, there's a lot of shit. But in the amazing straight company before knew, and I got hired at mrbeast. Before being hired, Delaware sat down with Jimmy and Sue, Jimmy's mom, and explained to them everything. So yes, Jimmy knew. But again, this incident happened in 2010. Delaware was hired in 2017/2018. Delaware was also let go from the company before I was. Delaware was supposed to be a behind-the-scenes manager, but in a couple videos, he was asked to partake because we needed people. He was reluctant, especially in the straitjacket because of his charges, and that's why he wore the mask. Delaware's charges are set to be dropped this fall. Delaware has been nothing but a good person, an amazing husband to my sister, and the best father to my two nieces that I could ever ask for. They want no part in this and want to just live their lives away from the limelight. I understand why anyone would be upset and frustrated over these allegations, and I do not blame them. Hurting kids in any way is completely unacceptable. But in the case,
I ain't gonna lie, this sounds like not the ending credits, but like when they reading off the side effects of medicine and shit like that.
case of Delaware, I firmly believe he did nothing wrong and look forward to the day these charges.
We're not supposed to be laughing during this matter. It's a very serious situation.
They want no part in this and want to just live their lives away from the limelight. I understand why anyone would be upset and frustrated over these allegations.
Damn,
Delaware was hired in 2017/2018. Delaware was also let go from the company before I was. Delaware was supposed to be a behind-the-scenes manager, but in a couple videos, he was asked to partake because we needed people. He was reluctant, especially in the straitjacket because of his charges, and that's why he wore the mask. Delaware's charges are set to be dropped this fall. Delaware has been nothing but a good person, an amazing husband to my sister, and the best father to my two nieces that I could ever ask for. They want no part in this and want to just live their lives away from the limelight. I understand why anyone would be upset and frustrated over these allegations, and I do not blame them. Hurting kids in any way is completely unacceptable. But in the case of Delaware, I firmly believe he did nothing wrong and look forward to the day these charges are dropped. Thank you. Okay, there's a lot of shit to unpack here. Firstly, and I think the most...
So did he S.A. the little girl or not? Because if he did, then yes, he did something wrong. If he didn't, you gonna take a plea deal, my boy? If you didn't do nothing, you know you didn't do nothing, you gonna take a plea deal, nigga. You on the list forever. I don't even know if you can get off that list. What?
Important thing to come out of.
That's like Tory Lanez, nigga. Free my nigga Tory. You know what I'm saying? Free Tory. Nigga. I don't know why people think he should have took the plea deal and admit to doing something that he didn't do. If I'm telling you right now, I did not do that shit. I'm not gonna plead guilty so y'all can put that on my record that I did this shit and I'm guilty for doing this shit if I didn't do this shit. I'm not gonna agree that I did this shit if I didn't do this shit. So that you want a list behind you for something that you didn't do, I can't even be on your side, bro. I couldn't be on your side before because you got accused of that shit. I don't know if it's true or not, but they saying it's true. So that's off the table. But agreeing to
this is that Mr. Beast has no way to say he did not know about this. Apparently, even the man's mom knew. Now, this is a complex and delicate situation because can people change? Yes. And Mr. Beast is his own person. If he ran a different kind of company that did not directly...
But it's different from stealing from a shelf, nigga. Getting caught stealing from a shelf. They're saying you touched a kid, bruh. in between, not even 11. So that's the scary part. Between 1 and 11. So it could have been anywhere from 1 and 11. Like,
involved children, and he wanted to give a guy a chance at turning his life around. You do you, Mr. Beast. I'm not your daddy.
Would you really comment down below? Would you give somebody on a list a second chance? Because most people wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't even put myself in a position to even make that decision. You know what I'm saying?
Do I support it? In this case, no, I don't. But you do you. However, you don't do you, and you don't do this when you have a YouTube channel that interacts with and targets children. This is unacceptable. There's no way, there's no circumstance where this is okay. You cannot hire a registered sex offender when this is your line of work. Somebody somewhere fucks up the background check, something isn't found, you find out later and then you fire them. That's one thing. But knowing this and deciding to hire him anyways, I mean, you've got to be fucking insane. Now look, I'm not trying to speculate here, but...
Like, that's the most brand risk thing you can ever do, nigga. Jimmy, if this is true, there is no way that you're... This can't be true, bro. Ain't no way you're this dumb. I'm gonna put somebody that has history of touching kids in a situation where he's gonna be around kids in front of... I'm the most popular YouTuber in the world, by the way. Ain't no way it can't be true, bro.
But
can't be that dumb.
Going to.
Ain't
Obviously,
no way.
nothing.
Jimmy's not that dumb. He's not that dumb. I'm gonna give you the benefit.
But when you
of the
start
doubt.
to
It is not just because you're pale skin.
put these pieces together and you really look at it with all the context we've got, you really start to wonder what the fuck is going on with this group of people. You've got the Ava Chris Tyson shit. We already talked about how weird it was for these guys to be filming in a house where those posters were visible with nobody saying anything. You've got the super inappropriate and weird Discord conversations coming out, and now we've got this. I mean, at some point, things stop being coincidences, and you've got to wonder.
I was saying this when it came to that Love Island shit with my coworker. I'm like, say I go away and I do some things, right? But I come back and I tell you, or you find out. Now, in between what happened over there, I tell you everything that I feel like I should tell you, the important shit. But you find out little details that you may not like. Should I keep getting in trouble for the details that you're finding out? I'm not lying to you. I just didn't tell you. I didn't think it was that serious to tell you. I'm not lying by omission. I'm not hiding it from you. It's just... So, what I'm saying is, it's not like he's doing that shit back to back to back to back after overcoming it. It already happened. And you're just now finding out. Like...
What's
so are you really gonna get on Jimmy's ass for that?
The concentration of this kind of person,
we ain't even calling him Mr. Beast at this point.
To the higher
Straight
levels
Jimmy.
of the Mr. Beast company. Now look, this could just be a case of survivorship bias. Mr. Beast works with so many people that it's sort of unlikely for no bad eggs to come through, is what I would say if there wasn't what appears.
It's like with the Kai shit. Kai's not doing nothing. You can't really police. You can control who you're around, but at the same time, niggas that you grew up with, nigga, like, if they fuck up, it shouldn't be on me. You know what I'm saying? Sure, it looks funny that this is the second dude that got a case like this or a messed up situation. You feel me? And it makes me look a certain type of way, but I can't help that. You know what I'm saying? I could help that, but it's like I'm not holding these niggas' hand and making sure they doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it, but
to be evidence that Mr. Beast knew about,
especially with the amount of people that it requires to make a Mr. Beast video, which is production and all that stuff. Not everybody is gonna be a good cookie. You know what I mean? Somebody's gonna mess up at some point. You feel me? Like with the Tylil shit. You know what I'm saying? The whole shorty grabbing the niggas' balls and shit like that. Like,
about all of this while these people were working for him. Look, it's one thing to hire a person and then find out they're a not so good person. It's a different thing to employ them through that. Look, I'm not trying to speak for anybody at the MrBeast company or speak for their morals, but if I was working on a project and somebody came up to me and said, hey, this new guy, yeah, he's on the registry for doing something to an 11-year-old. We can't use his real name and we have to hide his face. I would have said, oh, okay, go fuck yourself. I'm not going to be a part of that. So you really got to start wondering what.
Forget not being a part of it. He not being a part of it. He not being a part of it. He not coming in the video. He not going to be in the video. He not going to be a part of the video. He not even going to be working with me. But
what is the work environment like on these sets?
That's if he did it. I'm assuming he did it, so I'm gonna talk as if he did it. Because if he did it, then hey, I'm sorry, dog. And I know how it feels because niggas is talking like that with Tori. So
that's where everyone was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. We can hide this guy's identity because if people found out who he really is.
But I'm assuming that he did it mostly because you put him in a mask and straitjacket for the video. It's not really helping the case here. You know what I mean?
As we'd be,
and you agreed to it. You didn't think, hey, why am I in a mask and a straitjacket? There's a few little boppers around here. What the fuck? Like,
in some real deep shits. Like, what the hell is going on? And look, this guy can say
so if I didn't do it and he made me do that, that's all to say I wouldn't agree to doing it. Like, what? I wouldn't agree to do it.
He's a great person, a great husband, an amazing friend, all this shit. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's lying. This is about...
So could that be a good case to say that he did it? I'm still talking about this like we trying to figure this shit out. I'm not DJ Academics, nigga. Trying to
MrBeast.
Mystery machine and shit.
Knowing
like
what
that.
the situation was, knowing what he does for a line of work, and deciding this guy is a good fit anyways. That's unacceptable. This is a step beyond faking your videos or doing unfair giveaways. This is some real devious shit. It would be one thing if MrBeast just hired the guy and he stayed behind the scenes. Still bad in my opinion, but it would be objectively better than putting him in videos where you give him a fake name and you cover up his identity because you
gave him a fake name too? Oh.
Knew what you were doing.
Fake name, put a mask on him, and put a straitjacket on him. That's worse than a shorty posting her boyfriend and going out her way to X out his face or crop his face out, or you know what I'm saying, making him look like fucking Wizard Kelly and shit. Like that's OD. Jimmy, you really outdid yourself, buddy. Now I believe that it's true. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's not helping the case.
He was wrong.
He gave this nigga a fake name, put a mask on him, put a straitjacket on this nigga. Come on, bruh.
Makes me want to put all my money into shovels because this hole seems to be getting exponentially bigger for the MrBeast team. Well, guys, what do you think? Are people like me overreacting? Was this just MrBeast trying to do some good? Because I can't believe that's the case. I refuse to believe that. There are too many...
MrBeast, Jimmy, you can't help everybody. I know you want to be... Remember that old cartoon with that superhero that tried to save the world? With the superhero that tried to save the world. No, like literally save the world, like the Earth and shit like that. Captain Planet or something like that. You're not that guy, pal. Sure, you can build 100 wells. That's cool. You can build 100 schools. That's cool. You can cure the blindness. You can give a nigga a leg, but you don't gotta. Come on, bro.
Similar things.
Brand risk. I wouldn't even expect this shit from Aiden. Sneeko wouldn't even do this shit. What?
Oh, this is just another coincidence.
Wait, though.
This is just such a terrible look for everybody involved because who knows how many people had to work together to try and cover this up. And who knows what other kinds of situations like this one slip through the...
Yeah, bro, that's enough for anybody.